Did you see Stephen Colbert's interview with the vice chairman of GM recently, Bob Lutz?
I missed this.
Saw it about 2 weeks ago. I did a blog on it, so you could just go on and look at the YouTube video. He, Bob Lutz was not selling that Chevy Volt. He came on to sell it, and he just really wasn't thrilled about it. Yeah, I can go 40 miles, plug it in to some solar panels in 2 weeks, you'll have a charge. And
so it's unfortunate. So it's unfortunate, yeah, when you have the chief designer for a company bad-mouthing one of their few interesting products. That's a shame. The Volt may not sound like your big SUV that you drive around town and then drive 400 miles out to go camping once a year, but it is a vehicle that, if used right, can dramatically impact people's driving. And the reason is that most of us drive less than 40 miles a day. So if you don't drive 40 miles a day, the recharging issue is a non-issue. And the grid is very clean relative to burning fuels in our car. And ironically, the grid at night is even cleaner because we don't run some of the dirtiest peaking plants. So recharging a Volt at home at night is a far better deal than burning almost any fuel. And yet we have the head of one's own company bad-mouthing it. So it's a real mistake. And it's also the kind of mistake that, in my mind, shows a lack of vision. Because the Volt may not be the ideal product down the line. But to get into the game, you need to test things out. We saw this when the Japanese auto manufacturers got into the market in the 70s. People made fun of their vehicles. Now Toyota is the biggest car maker in the world because they experimented with a different vision, a vision of a more efficient, sometimes smaller, more reliable car. Detroit poo-pooed that whole idea, and now we have some 1.5 to 1.8 million SUVs on the secondhand market, essentially all of which are US manufactured, and we have waiting lists to buy Priuses. So it's time to innovate, and it would be nice to see a US car company actually in the lead, as opposed to yet again a lagger in the world of innovation.
You have to see the video clip because at the end, Stephen Colbert asks him, okay, is this Chevy Volt going to get me women? And Bob Lutz says, well, maybe a different kind of woman, a really nice woman who wears no makeup, isn't an environmentalist. Like
Well, that's of course very attractive in some parts of the country. But I'll tell you, the other feature of plug-in hybrid cars, electric vehicles, is that they can be chick magnets. And with chick magnet or guy magnet, depending what you're looking for and what you're driving. I spent a day up at the Infineon Raceway in Northern California in an electric vehicle a couple years ago with Alan Alda. And we basically gave an offer out to all comers. We're on a racetrack, we'll race you. And people brought up their Porsches, they brought up their Lamborghinis, they brought up their Boxers, and we won every race. The reason we won is because electric cars have much more pickup. And so we're not going to win the 300-mile race, but we are going to win the sprint. And we beat every single gas combustion vehicle because the electric vehicle accelerates quickly and smoothly and wins. So if what Bob Lutz is saying is that sex appeal is going fast in the kind of driving most of us do, which is not the 1,000 miles of Le Mans, it's the block-to-block, it's American Graffiti style. The electric vehicle is actually the chick or the guy magnet.